All right, cool. We should be live. What is good, everyone? My name is Tom Bear Pigman BPM. Call me whatever you're feeling. I am a member of the New York Snark Exchange, a bunch of memers, streamers, and dreamers trying to make a difference in today's world. I am a longtime friend of a bunch of these motherfuckers here, and I've been doing charity marathons now for about the past 8 years or so.
Something like that, yeah.
There goes a ton of our alerts. You can see some of the stuff that I've done for Extra Lives in the past. But yeah, I wanted to give a little introduction to myself since I'm pretty sure far less of y'all know who I am compared to everybody else. But I am here today. Ty asked me to join this back at MagFest, and I am extremely excited. I pitched 3 ideas to them and got a do all 3 of them. So
yeah, my favorite thing to get to respond to. Hey, I have a couple ideas I'm excited about. Great, I'm excited about them too. Which ones? Yeah.
All of them. All of them. So I'm gonna hit you up with 3 things today. One, because we have so many prominent, amazing speedrunners who perform today, I'm gonna speedrun one of the only 2 games that I know. I know RE7 and I know Maniac Mansion. Maniac Mansion is far shorter of a run. And also, it's late at night. We got to keep the spooky vibes alive. And to that, I'm going to hit you all up with the game that I have been brainworms about since end of 2023, and I have pitched this to so many people. The game is called Cursed 2, and it is a love letter to a bunch of the Mac Venture games, Uninvited, Shadowgate, but it does so many things that kicks ass. And then to end it all off, I'm going to play a little bit of a Romhack that I actually found out about when I went to visit the Museum of Cannabis the last time I was at Denver to visit my friend and my friends and godson. Which, quick aside from that, when I was leaving Denver, I literally see a message from Ty like, "You motherfucker, you were here and you didn't say anything." And
this dude, one of the best people I know, forgets to tell TieTuesday I was by Denver. You son of a gun. Next time I'm taking you out for a meal, you piece of shit.
the thing that got me, the thing that made me go, holy shit, was my friend had told me, like, hey, you got to go check out Akihabara Arcade. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, you know, the thing in Japan. I'd actually just been there. Yeah, Akihabara was great. And it didn't hit me until Ty said that. Then I'm like, oh, is that the Akihabara Arcade that I like donated to, got the shirt from, and had been wearing for 2.5 fucking years without realizing, yes. Oh, yeah, no, that Akihabara Arcade. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here with all these talented, amazing, really just fucking, every segment's been better than the last. Every segment's been like the beautiful amount of Unhinged, and I've known the Arcade Pit crew for almost a goddamn decade now. And their work has been stellar. But to see it in action, as someone who's done these charity marathons for so long, for so many years, this has been the most smooth fucking production I've ever been involved with in my entire life. So just wanted to say before we went live.
I'm glad we put on a hell of an illusion. It just means I'm good. We're good at playing pretend, and I'm glad you're all having fun with us.
$42,000. Jesus Christ. All right, with that, let's go ahead and kick some of these games off.
Yeah. So we're starting off with Cursed.
We're starting off with Maniac Mansion because that's the one I've been practicing the most of. Also, I'm so happy I actually got to use that little transition that we had made that I don't know if we've actually had a chance to use this entire marathon yet.
Wobbly snuck it into the back of the Bizarre Arcade Pit a few times.
Fucking beautiful. Oh, we also got a resub from NJ Chef, one of the other members of the New York Snark Exchange. What is good, Chef? All right, let's go ahead and let's load this up. So, Maniac Mansion, one of my, like, probably the first horror game I've ever played in my life. So, this game scared the hell out of a 4-year-old Tom. And this game has been on PC. Game has been on it's a point-and-click horror game that uses a D-pad and a mouse that has a cursor that has fucking, like, it has acceleration, it has drag to it. Like, it is so unwieldy. It is so shitty. Oh, also, do you need me to share to Discord for you?
That would be great. Yeah,
okay,
yeah. If you'd
let
like
me
to
do
share
that
the
before we
game feed.
go. Let me do that before we go any further.
Is this a is this one of the Mac Venture games? Just
no,
straight up,
this is
one
this
of those?
is this is LucasArts. So Ty, I know you are a longtime fan of Putt Putt.
Yes. All right. Okay. You know how to get me interested.
Going to the old school TieTuesday lore here. Well, the creator of Putt Putt, this was the game that he made for LucasArts back when they made good games. So the main reason why I'm doing the NES version is because the music fucking rips ass. The music is so fucking good, and that is the main reason why I'm running this version. Also, it's jank as hell, and that's gonna let us do some pretty funny things. So, nice. You get to pick 3 characters. Each one of them, with the exception of Dave, who's our main character, who has no special skill, each one of them can do something to help you progress through your time in the mansion. Razor, for example, is a singer, and she can help a band kind of make a good demo tape. Bernard is a fucking nerd and can fix broken machines. And Michael is the school's ace photographer. We're not going to use any of those skills, but what a lot of people don't know is each of these kids have a different skill, and we're going to take advantage of those. So we're going to try to get this speed run going on here. Time is going to start when you hear the little beep. And then once that goes on, you're going to hear me talking and moving at a mile a minute. Let's go ahead and get this started.
All right. You want me to count? Just go ahead, fire it off.
We're firing. So, first thing, moving in this game is interesting. You point and click where you want to go, but you see that we have, this is actually the first game that actually like made the Scum system.
Oh, like Scum VM and all that?
Yeah, this is the first game to utilize Scum.
Oh.
So all of our actions are there. Give, pull, push, whatever. But we can also kind of skip some of them by hitting select. So for example, I can get the key under the doormat, use the key in the front door, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to swap over to Razor. Razor has a hidden ability. Not only is she a fantastic singer, but she's actually been practicing witchcraft in her off time. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make someone disappear. We go into the kitchen, and it's supposed to be a big jump scare. You take a couple of steps over here, and then Nurse Edna scares the shit out of you. But if you swap to a new kid before she grabs you, we do what's called Edna skip. And as we go back to Razor, Edna will be gone.
Oh, nice. Yeah, just simply walk away. Don't look at her.
We're going to do some magic stuff with that new kid button. So, Razor's other great skill is she is great at getting arrested. So we're going to have her run to the top of the stairs here for a reason, and Dave is going to keep pushing on. Dave is our guy. He's going to do almost everything in this game. Our next skip coming up is called Green Tentacle Skip. And normally you're supposed to go through the mansion in the first couple of rooms. You're supposed to get like a bowl of wax fruit and, you know, feed the tentacle so he'll let you go. But if we try to go up the stairs and go to a new kid fast enough, we could just say, see you, and run right past him as the game waits for us to pick a new character.
The full animation plays out. Oh, that's so funny.
And we could just go right up the stairs.
Me getting harangued by a tentacle, but I have my AirPods in. Sorry, man. Busy. Can't talk right now.
Well, unfortunately, our AirPods aren't working right now because the game didn't expect us to do that, so the music temporarily goes away. So, Michael, his secondary skill is he is the world's foremost ding-dong ditch, like, champion. All he's gonna do is stand there and ring the doorbell a couple of times.
So I take it there's like some enemies you need to kind of manipulate their position in that way, or?
We need to get Weird Ed out of his room, because in Weird Ed's room is a very crucial item. And we also need a kid who's currently thrown in the dungeon. The reason why we put Razor at the top of the stairs is Weird Ed is going to run into her as he's leaving the house and throw her in the dungeon. If she's all the way down, it's going to take him about 15 seconds to walk down and get to her. If she's all the way on top, he immediately takes her in. So now we're on a little bit of a timer. Dave has to go into Weird Ed's room and get a very important item. We're going to open the door, go in, and we're going to take his hamster, but more importantly, the key card that his hamster was snacking down on.
Oh, the hamster was eating. I thought you meant it was like fully inside the hamster, and I was like, oh no, that is horrifying.
So there's supposed to be a couple of cutscenes that hint that Weird Ed's hamster is hiding the key to basically the final room in the game. So now Weird Ed grabs us, and we have to get Razor over to this side of the wall, because now Weird Ed's gonna throw Dave in. But a thing that they don't really tell you, and a lot of people who play this game for the first time don't know, is that a kid can push that loose brick right there. It is a pixel-perfect loose brick, and a kid can just leave the dungeon. So we're gonna pick up the silver key in the dark. I already know where it is, but otherwise you have to try and pixel hunt around for a light switch. So now Dave is gonna go out, and one thing I kind of glossed over is that Dave used the Hunk-O-Matic. Now, I know, Ty, you're all about your gains.
Yeah.
So now Dave is strong enough that he can pull this metal grating right out.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's one of the things we always worry about when lifting is, can I now just rip a grating off the ground? Could I just lift the manhole cover if I really need to get down in the poo water? Like, yeah, is this a thing I can handle? Yeah.
I also see people in chat asking that I kind of glossed over the nuclear reactor being hidden in the basement. Yeah. Yes, there is a nuclear reactor, and if you do a couple of things right or wrong, you can actually shut down the nuclear reactor and blow the entire house up. We're gonna do one of those things right now. So we're sending Michael downstairs in the grating that Dave just opened up, and we're gonna have him open the water valve and drain the pool. Now you may be saying, Tom, how the hell can draining the pool cause a nuclear meltdown? Well, we're glossing over the cutscene, but Dr. Fred has the thermal cooling pipes. I'm terrible with my splits, by the way.
Yeah, you're good. But he's using that as a coolant tank for the.
You'll see it when we go downstairs. So we're gonna get the glowing key at the bottom of the pool. You can see the thermal nuclear rods right there.
Yeah, so, the old what's the old nuclear menorah they call it?
Mazel tov. So we have every item that we need to beat the game right now. Oh, also, I didn't quite say it, but as soon as we empty the pool, we're on a 2-minute timer. Unless we refill the pool back up, the house is gonna blow up. So we're gonna go back to Michael, and we're gonna have him
like a real life timer.
Yes.
Like okay, great.
And of course, Michael's gonna do his famous doorbell push again.
Oh.
And now we need to get
Dave.
That's
my goat right there.
We need to get Dave back in the basement into the dungeon, because that is where the secret door to the secret lab is actually located. There's normally a ton of other shit that we would have to do, such as solving a bunch of puzzles and fixing the wiring and rebuild an arcade machine. But if you're fast enough, there's a code for the final door that is always going to be 0000 until you see a cutscene. And this is, by the way, the game that originated the term cutscenes. This is actually the first game to have cutscenes in it.
Huh.
But if you are fast enough, you can get down here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the top padlock with the glowing key. We're going to use the glowing key on the bottom padlock. Open the door to the secret lab. Use the inner door, and the password is always going to be 0000 if you are fast enough. Now we're going to go back to Michael. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Does that is that incrementing over time? Is that like a frame count thing where after a certain amount of time it'll roll over, or is it just like you need to have certain cutscenes play out?
There is a cutscene about an hour and a half into gameplay of Dr. Fred playing the arcade machine. That is when it moves over. And you have to normally do a thing of getting you have to get a porter and play the arcade machine and whatnot. But we can actually bypass that just by doing the zeros, and normally the purple tentacle here would stop us, and we would have to use one of the skills of our friends to either get Weird Ed to help us or get another member of the house to basically get us past the purple tentacle. But cutscenes break the game even more than the new kid option. So right now, we're waiting for this cutscene to play of Weird Ed, like, answering the doorbell. And now, we can just go right past him. And boom, we're in the final room of the game.
Yo, Pepsi?
Yes, there is a sponsorship with Pepsi. You can get that Beepus.
Finally, the thing all true warriors strive for. A delicious cold Pepsi in the basement. What do you think the nuclear reactor's for? It's to keep the Pepsi cold.
There's literally a can of Pepsi in the fridge. And, like, if you examine it, it's like, it's chilled.
Ooh, the mountains are blue. That's how you know the Pepsi's good.
So we're in the only cutscene you actually can skip. It's about 40 seconds long. By the way, I haven't said this yet, but if I do under 10 minutes, I'm donating 200. So right now, we're on a little bit of a timer.
Ooh, getting close to the end. Oh, yeah, getting in there, too. Ooh.
So we have to get rid of the meteor. And thankfully, there is a way to get rid of the meteor without any of the other kids' skills involved. We just have to wait for Dr. Fred to stop talking. We're gonna pick up the meteor. Head out. See if we can get the meteor in the trunk before that cutscene plays. That is Weird Ed's actual package that arrives at about the 9-minute mark. So we're gonna use the yellow key in the Weird Edsel, and we're done. At just 10 minutes and 8 seconds, so I guess I'm gonna have to donate $215 instead.
Very good. And yeah, great run. So the new kid thing, does that function no matter, like, the same no matter which kid you have?
Doesn't matter who you have in your party. I literally went with the ones who I like their themes the best.
Good call.
And yeah,
I was gonna say Razor's theme, like, standout slapped in my opinion.
Every
like a
one of their
notable
themes.
Yo.
Well, now that we have that done, I'm actually going to go ahead and show you what the other themes are like, because they are worth listening to. Because
yes.
Dave's theme is like my favorite track. Also, we skip by it, but the opening track in this game is also like banger and a half.
Yeah, I mean, Lucasfilms, by way of the NES sound chip, is like
literally
smart.
None of these songs are in any of the other PC ports. Only the NES version has these because Jalico made it a little bit different from
Jalico.
They put this on like they put this game on like the fucking Commodore 64, Amiga, like every home computer console, like. But the NES one is by far and large my favorite.
Yeah, so, for those of you not familiar with Jaleco, they made a lot of the best soundtracks for weird niche shmups and sports games for the Super Nintendo. So if you ever want some banger OSTs for they knew how to make the slap bass on that Super Nintendo sing. Holy shit. Yeah.
The cool thing is, each kid has a CD player on them. And if you examine it, you can actually see the name of the song. Bernard's theme, which, by the way, if anyone's played Day of the Tentacle, yes, that is the same Bernard. As, like, the protagonist of Day of the Tentacle, i.e. Tim Schafer's first, like, breakout game. A lot of the kids kind of have a palette swap, so Sid and Razor are both musicians. Bernard and Jeff can both repair stuff. Wendy has a unique ending all to her, where she's a writer. She can actually, you can find the evil meteor has a manuscript, and if you give it to Wendy, she'll actually punch it up so that it's legible and coherent. And if you mail it out, you can actually get a publishing contract for the meteor, give it to him, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm rich. I don't have to be evil anymore." And that's an ending.
Sure.
So we're going to go ahead and restart the game here just so I can point out the name of Dave's theme. Which, if you go to the CD player and use... Oh no, read. read the CD player. The Boys Are Still Back by Fat Patty.
Yo! The boys have not left, despite the allegations and despite the pressure being leveraged against them by most of the community. The boys are still here.
It's my favorite fuck. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh my god, that is just a rendition of The Boys Are Back in Town.
The Boys Are Back in Town. One of the easiest songs to make just strangely menacing by putting it into a minor key.
Razors is No, Never, Never, Well, Maybe, Sure, Okay by The Void.
Yep, sounds right.
And Bernard's is a 16-bit 8x oversampling with lots of nifty little, he's basically listening to, like, fucking chiptune music right now.
Good. Yeah, he's like me mowing lawns in high school listening to chip tunes that he just got off OC Remix, all the hottest shit. Yeah.
I love the hell out of this game. And yeah, we raced by so much of it, but like I did a speedrun of this earlier this year on a friend's channel and kind of showed it off because my friends came to me and they told me, hey, we tried playing this game earlier, but we got everyone thrown in the dungeon and we didn't know what to do. We got kind of like, you know, stun locked. And I'm like, let me hop on, let me show y'all what to do. And if you want to ask, hey Tom, how long have you been speedrunning this game? 3 days.
Nice.
So I am real happy to show this game off, but I'm even happier to show off this next game because this one is like real special to me. This is a trilogy of games. We're going to show off the second one because I think that is the best one to show off. I did a full run of the games earlier at the end of last year, and they are the Curse trilogy by Disaster Squad. And you can find all 3 of these games on Steam. They're all free because he uses music from other games. Like, not in a I'm trying to hide it, like in a he is clearly using music from like Splatterhouse and whatnot. But these are 3 games. Like the first game is maybe about 45 minutes long, but it is a very 2008, I programmed this in a week, love letter to Uninvited. Pretty cool. Definitely janky, but like it embraced the jank and had this kind of really cool art in it that felt kind of something like out of the 90s, like the Liquid TV era, the Aeon Flux stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he thought no one played it. And then kind of came to the realization that, hey, people are still streaming this game. People are still talking about this game. So he's like, fuck it. I've been getting better at game dev. I know what the hell I'm doing. Let me actually make a sequel. And the sequel is probably one of the most fun games that I have ever played. The third one's even better, but that one is definitely more of an investment. It is, however, made in Game Maker, Game Maker 8. So it is not the most stream friendly. So you're going to see me doing a little bit of,
oh yeah, wiggling and jiggling, getting those windows adjusted. Do what you gotta. As somebody who streams some old ass Flash games, Winnie the Pooh Home Run Derby, I get it. And yeah, don't worry if the side stream's acting goofy. Do not worry about it. We'll just I'll watch main feed. Yeah.
I should be sharing it in Discord. I don't know if the sound is going through. Yes,
yeah,
good ear from Carmine. The trailer music is indeed a Ninja Gaiden 2's prologue. There's a lot of really good recognizable music. Especially to a lot of y'all. So the first game of this was guy goes in the mines to try and find a girl who got lost. She ends up attacking him after he finds her dead. So she like comes back from the dead. There's a demon and kind of things of like a cult. Ends on a cliffhanger. This takes place 10 years after, where basically her friend is coming back in town to try and find out what happened to her. And I will say, I'm gonna let this be your call, Ty.
Yeah.
There are jump scares. Do you want me to call out when a jump scare is
Just call
coming?
them out first. Yeah, just be like, hey, there's gonna be one of those. Because that,
one is
funny
coming.
enough, all you have to, yeah, one's coming. Okay, great. Jump scare coming in hot. I'll react on way too much of a delay for comedic effect.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So there'll be a lot of ones like that. I'll call out the big ones because there are a couple of jump scares in this game, and they're all really fucking good. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started. This game has a lot of like little systems built into it that actually kind of kick fucking ass. Combat in this game is Punch Out. There is a overworld system. You actually have, like, Deadly Premonition. You have to drive to your locations. There's inventory management and a magic system. Okay. And it's all really, really good. There is some tracks from NES Friday the 13th in it.
I know it's like kind of the flash thing in the hand-drawn with like very heavy and obvious aliasing on lines and stuff, but it's giving me like really big like Space Funeral positive vibes so far on the lead-in, which I'm so into. I'm
really glad you brought up Space Funeral because that's exactly what I thought. Anyone who's a fan of inventory, physical inventory management, this game has it. And if you're ever curious about anything, there's a magnifying glass that you can examine nearly anything in the game. As we level up, you can up your power, speed, defense, reloading, mind, and health. Mind lets you unlock more powerful spells, and you can actually reslot your gems at any point you want. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I put everything in power and really speed is better. You can just change it whenever you want. We are going to save, however, because I will show off a couple of, they do a couple of fun little,
Oh, it's a horror game. There's got to be a cool death or two. Yeah, absolutely.
Again, this being, like, even in the transition in screens there, how uninvited is that?
Yeah.
So to get in here first, we're going to use the hammer to, open the door. And nearly any item in the game you can hold out, and, I hope you're like hammers, because that's our weapon.
Yes, good. Classic of horror weapon, frankly.
So I'm gonna show something here first. We're gonna go in here, and this poor fellow right here, we're gonna reach into his pocket, and we're gonna take a key out of his pocket. And I don't like the way he's looking at me, so I'm gonna hit him one time.
Correct. Good. Smart.
Next, we're gonna use that key to open this door here.
So if you didn't bonk that guy, was he gonna stand back up?
Oh, no, it's actually better than that. Oh, also hiding in here is our can of gas that we need, and a bat.
Oh.
We're gonna piss the bat off, so I can show what combat in this game is like.
Oh, shit! Little man on the move!
We can just do like Little Max duck and dodge.
Well, that's such a fun way to do it.
So the reason why I kind of like ran past doing anything else in there is because I'm going to show that we're going to fuel our tank up. And you were saying before, like, because we bunked that guy, is he not gonna come after us? No, because we bunked him, he's going to come after us. I should have given a jump scare warning. That one's on me.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, here it comes. Oh, shit. Oh, that rules. So if you bonk him even once, it's just auto lose.
So if you do not touch him, he will not come after you. If you hit him a whole lot, he will not come after you. If you hit him one time, he will come after you.
Ah, very good.
We're gonna go dumpster diving in here. Get some ammo.
I'm already so into this. This is exactly my kind of pervert game. You're so right. This is awesome. This is like exactly the level of gunge I desire.
I have been trying to pitch people on this. I found out about this franchise because I was watching a YouTube video on Uninvited from a really great channel, You Can Beat Video Games. Really like fun channel to watch. And I saw a compilation of the boss fights from this game on that. And I'm like, this looks dope as hell. How have I never heard of this? And then like, the next 3 weeks, all brain worms. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give this guy an honorable death because, man, it would suck to be like that. Hell yeah, I see some other You Can Beat Video Game appreciators in chat. Okay.
I was also very glad to see my buddy Newbie get immediately nerd sniped out with, was that Dragon, what was it, that's Dragon Warrior, not Dragon Warrior, what was the soundtrack he put? Oh, Dragon Spirit, just immediately, that's Dragon Spirit music. Hell yeah.
So here's another fun thing is, let's say instead of using the key to open the door, we instead smack it a bunch with the hammer before opening it.
So the bat's gonna be going ape shit.
Mm-hmm. The bat is literally gonna be pissed off as soon as we open it. I fucking love that. So the bat is actually one of the harder, like, first enemies in the game. And, like, he's the first enemy you fight.
Makes sense. Small, pretty bouncy as far as I was moving all over creation.
The thing is, now that we have actually, like, woken him up, we are now in lieu for random battles. And the first instance of inventory management is, in fact, like, coming on in. We have unlimited space in our trunk to store every item in the game, and there are some items that are red herrings. Like, for example, this piece of tubing, I'm gonna tell you, that's a red herring. The batteries, not a red herring, that's a dead herring. Let's put that in the back of your mind for later. I also don't need this key anymore.
Wait, hold on, a dead herring? That's not a turn. Wait, hold on.
It'll make sense soon enough.
Okay. You got me, I'm listening.
But if we go all the way over to this shed over here, we can take a look at this green liquid. We have ourselves a little vial here, and we're going to get some bug juice. This is a full health refill, and you can fill this up as many times as you want.
Oh, nice.
And you almost kind of want to get into some random encounters because, again, we have an experience bar. And unlike some games, you get experience by both fighting and solving puzzles.
Oh, both. Okay,
Yay.
That's really good. Because that also makes, like optimizing the game becomes really interesting too, right? Of, like, trying to get through it with, like, no levels and whatnot.
Exactly. There are people who have done no-hit challenges and, no damage runs. Anyone who's a fan of Cranky Templar on YouTube, he has done a full all bosses no damage run of this game, which is incredible. But one item that we have that we didn't really look at here was the map. The map in this game is a good old hand-drawn map.
Yes.
And thankfully our friend is dead, so we don't have to worry about him coming back to life.
So would you have been able to, could you just, like, grab the key from him and leave? Or as soon as you touch the key in his pocket, that's enough to set him off?
You can just leave him alone. You could just leave him alone. Why would we beat him up? We're not monsters. We could have just left him alone and been fine.
Ooh, not loving how you're allowed to look out the windows while you're driving. I don't know why that option existing stresses me out.
It should. Oftentimes people will be playing this game and hear something on the side and go, well, what was that? And wonder why they're taking damage. You can also look left and right to see the house that you're coming up on. So this is the house from the intro of the game. And over here is, well, we can pull this off, take that. One of the things that this guy does, by the way, all of this game is developed by one guy. Like, this is a one-man team, Disaster Squad. Really great guy. We've had him in chat a couple of times when we played it. But one thing he does to kind of make the game a little scary is that whenever you come onto a screen like this, there's oftentimes like a 1 in 20 chance that, like, when you come in, something will, like, dart behind the bushes. Nothing that will, like, hurt you, nothing that makes, like, a loud sound, but, like,
yeah,
just like a quick, like, Did I actually see that, or am I like going nuts? And I love those. And over here is our best friend Death. Death is a friend. So this game has multiple endings. If you want the good ending, you have to help Death out and take care of 7 zombies throughout the worlds.
Frankly, it makes sense. If there was like a zombie uprising and Death came, like you saw Death like putting a zombie back and was like, hey, can you help me out? I imagine I'd be like, you know that gif of Luffy in One Piece, like seeing a zombie come out of the ground and then just like shoving him back down and being like, no, you don't. That's me.
No, you don't.
Yeah, get back down in there.
You can also do a kind of dumb thing if you want, equipping a gun and aiming it at Death, which if you do, you notice his eyes go blood red right at you.
Who do you think you're pointing that at, young man?
If you shoot him or hit him, he will just one-shot you because you're an idiot for trying to... 1,
yeah.
He's your best friend, and 2, he's
dead.
So, in the interest of time, we're gonna speed through some of the stuff, but basically we are helping Death out. And he says if you help him out, he will do a wish for you, which is gonna be crucial for getting the actual, like, good end of this game. For the moment, there isn't anything we can do around the perimeter of the house, but I am gonna save because I'm going to show you what the meaning of the phrase dead herring is and give potentially my favorite jump scare in the game. So I will give proper warning on that. Oh, but we get my favorite enemy first. A big old red skelly, man. So enemies in this game have weak points. Oh, and when you don't have anything in reload, you reload slow as shit.
Oh, God. You, like, get confused where the bullets go. You're like, is this the part where the bullets are hungry?
Normally, he'd be trying to fire eye lasers at us right there, but because we took out his eyes... So we want to go upstairs... and into the bedroom with the doll in it. Not that one. This one. So, we pick this doll up, we put it in our inventory, we check it out. It's a ratty stuffed doll. You assume because it talks or something, there's a slot on the back for batteries. And you go, oh, I have these batteries.
Oh,
Jump scare.
Great. I'd love to turn on a haunted doll. I have no sense of preservation.
It will kill you in the menu, in your inventory menu, which fucking rules.
Oh, that rules that it kills you instantly too. That kicks ass, man.
The batteries have no other purpose. They're literally a red herring that will kill you if you try and do the smart thing. Oh, another one of my favorite enemies.
Ooh.
You can also,
Johnny Wiggles.
much like Fear and Hungry, you can attack the limbs.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I like that. That seems to be like the dismemberment as a mechanic is something that like applies to a lot of horror games and things in the horror genre. Because like, Eternal Darkness does it too, right? As well as like a bunch of other games where, yeah, you can like remove certain limb, and like Lifeline, which does it perfectly, and she never misses her target even a little bit.
Is that the game where you're talking to the microphone?
The bottom right dispenser, Rio, the third dispenser from the right, Rio, the third dispenser from the right, please leave the room. Okay, yeah, it's that one.
A friend of mine, I Am Brandon played through that a while back, and man, that game looks like a pain in the ass. We're also gonna take
this is so
rag.
Mac Venture. I can't. It is unbelievable how much I'm gonna have to like make sure to put a note for myself to hit up Newbie and be like, they made your two favorite games together as one game. Oh, spooky freezer friend.
Yeah, that is another 1 in X chance of happening. We're gonna take another one here, and we're gonna take that. In fact, let's save for this one because this is another quick fuck you jump scare that. I will tell you, when I showed this one off on the Snark Exchange, this got everyone in chat because I was a bastard and didn't tell them it was coming. All right, so we see Grandma now sitting. Oh, never mind, Grandma's gone. It's a 1 in something chance that when you enter the room, she'll be there. If you try to react to her,
turn off the TV in front of the nasty grandma. What the fuck is wrong with you?
See, you have the self-preservation instincts that I didn't when I played this for the first time.
So true, so true.
Oh, she's taking her fucking time.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, if you try and interact with her, nothing will happen, but if you take the remote control and turn the screen off, then she comes flying at you. Oh, there's also a 1 in like 100 chance that every time you get the game over screen, you'll get a game over, yeah!
Sick. Love to hit a little Daytona.
This game kicks so much fucking ass. We are not going to continue on in this house just in the interest of time, so instead what we're going to do is pop this map off.
Yeah. And we don't need to hustle too much for what it's worth.
Exactly. We're gonna go instead to the bar, which is the little mug right there. So leaving is a little confusing at times. Basically the way it works is you start your car and you are heading out as if you're leaving from the house. So we can make a right and then a right. The neat thing is that also, all of this is technically one screen in Game Maker. So when we were trying to mess with this before, like it's the left screen is on top, this screen is the middle, and the right screen is the bottom. So if you were to like have something drag, you would see like some weird stuff happening. Well, no key. Thankfully, the key is just in the trash. With even a note of, that seemed like a bad place to put it.
Well, who would check for a fake rock? That's crazy.
Exactly. So we're gonna open this up, go back and resave, because some of the best sprite art in the game is in fuck you jump scares in the tavern. Oh, but another one of my favorite enemies is here first. Just a stabby clown. Also, I love that sound effect so fucking much. So in the very first curse, the fight music is from The Immortal, which is my favorite battle theme name of all time. I forbid you to proceed any further.
Gotta love just a flat call out like that. Just like, hey, this is a fight. You gotta stop. You gotta deal with these worms before we let you go further. And then everyone's stuck dealing with the worms still. Functionally the end of time, honestly.
Speaking of time, how am I doing on time?
I was gonna gonna say, we'll finish this up and then we'll just burn through the last part pretty quick. It sounds like Smite is up and getting into position, so we should be good on time. Yeah.
I can burn us through the rest of this and do the first like 3 minutes of the
perfect.
Yeah. So you take a look at this. Feel the soap.
No, I'm a Yoriyagami. Do I have the Riot of Blood?
Yeah, our guy is a little Iori. If you spend too much time looking in here, I'm gonna give a little bit of a jump scare warning, because if you spend too much time looking at the mirror, that happens.
Oh. That kind of rules. That's classic horror, right? Of just like, you have gained the ability to perceive behind you and your lizard brain hates it. This game's art is really charming too. Like, it's definitively of a style, but it's like a really good version of that style, if that makes sense.
Polohoko's Bellerose really said it best. It feels like it's ripped right out of the pages of someone's notebook. Like, right out of the margins of someone's notebook. Every sprite, by the way, is hand-drawn. Like, he hand-drew this in the Sprite Maker in Game Maker 8.
So sick.
So, when I say that this game was a, like, labor of love, oh yeah. So if you go into a stall here... we could take our first spell, but we don't really need it right now. But you spend too much time in the bathroom, you hear a little something in your ear.
Oh man, someone just came in, huh?
Uh-huh, and to pass it, you just don't do anything. But we're gonna pass it, jump scare.
Let me in there, what's in there? Ah! I love that. So all you have to do is just chill and not react to the poo-poo noises.
Mm-hmm, and you're fine.
You just have to deal when if you hear someone outside of your stall knocking on the door going, "Pissing alone, handsome?" You must resist the urge. You must never let them know that you are indeed pissing alone, handsome.
And of course, we opened that. There's a little nod to Resident Evil Zombie. And of course, there's a fun ending. Oh, if you try doing that to the zombie, that's how they respond. Oh, I'm out of bullets. We're swapping back to the hammer. Oh yeah, so you have to dodge your attack and then hit them while their head's spinning. The zombies are, in fact, the hardest normal enemy in the game.
Yeah, I can tell. But then again, these are the guys that, like, you're trying to take down for death, right?
Exactly. Which is the reason why I'm killing this one, because we have to summon death to get the fun joke ending. Because I don't know about you, I love it when a game has a joke ending.
Yeah, I love seeing some dogs in a UFO. So do we ever find out why there's zombies happening, or is it just a case of it? Oh, okay, there is a reasoning behind it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, until you get some experience, the game is actually low. People who like a good challenge, a good like low run challenge, will actually really enjoy this game. I will try one more time, just in the interest of
I'm going to step away for just a second while you get that run back. I'll be right back.
You can actually tell what side of the room you want to dodge towards depending on which one he's closer to. So now that he's on the right side of the room, we want to dodge left. Alright, we got one limb off.
Oh shit, we also got a really big donation. Let me go ahead and read this real quick.
Go right ahead.
We got from Miam Lasma, $500 donation. Thank you so much. As a recently cracked egg, it's incredibly scary to come to terms with being trans in today's world. I'm in a position where I can spare this, and I hope it helps somebody who needs it. Thank you so much. And yeah, for anyone who's not aware, Trans Lifeline is like an absolutely incredible resource. Just staffed with people who know and understand and care, and I don't know if they say it legally anywhere written down, but I have it on good authority from multiple people that they never contact the cops under any circumstances.
That is correct.
Some other suicide help hotlines and things of that nature, or just, help hotlines in general, will have a problem with, is they're legally beholden to do that. I think they might be legally beholden to doing that. I think they might also be based and not give a shit. So that's kind of one of the things that really pushed me over the edge on like, this is a charity I want to support for sure.
From having done many charity events for them, that is the biggest reason why I've worked with them, is because they do not. So real quick, just we can do this before we pop out. Death is a fan of a good clean rag. We're gonna offer him this clean rag as a nice little cravat.
A little bit.
This is gonna go until we stop the game.
Beautiful. Okay, so this is just the ending.
Yep.
What an incredible ending. What a cool game too. And always good to show one off where like all I'm thinking about is like, well, I do plan on playing that later. Like not right now, obviously. I've got something going on, but in the near future, definitely.
I've been trying to pitch this game to people for about the past year and a half. So I was so happy to be bringing it up here. I will make the call on you, just so, because I know we're trying, if Smite's ready to go,
just
I don't
go
mind
ahead.
The,
No, go ahead. We'll do the first couple minutes. I'll tell Smite to roll in, and then because Smite just hit me with the I'll be ready in about 5. So perfect. We have about 5. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So last game of the marathon, we're going to show you the beginning part of this, and there is a story for this one. Like I said, I had recently visited Denver to see a couple of friends, meet my godson, who was just born in like mid-December.
Congratulations.
my good buddy Joe, who I believe you have met once or twice, just had her first kid. So we were all very excited. Her and her husband have moved up to Denver about a year ago. And I was excited to see them meet the little kid, go to Casa Bonita. And I'm like, you know what? I have a free day. I'm going to go check out the Museum of Cannabis. And at the Museum of Cannabis, they had a couple of, like, emulation machines, like in the Anbernix and stuff like that have all the games already preloaded. So I grabbed the controller for one, and I'm going through the games, and I'm like, I want to play Mario World, which I want to do even more now after watching that fucking killer 96 exit run. And
that's ridiculous. Yeah.
I just see on the list, I see Mario in big letters. Mario is a drug addict, and I'm like, I have to see what the fuck this is about.
Have to.
So we're gonna show you the beginning part of this.
Yeah,
because I know you're a fan of the Mario RPGs.
I love seeing the words "bad checksum," which is like a cool way of saying Nintendo does not sign off on this.
More so than usual.
So, this is a mod of what's this game called? Is it a what's this?
Yet.
Yeah, never seen this game before in my life. 50 to 70 times randomized.
I pitched this and I expected this of all the ideas to get shot down, and Ty was like, "Do you want a guest?"
Yeah, like, oh, Mario RPG been fucked up. Oh, that's like my whole life. So yeah.
And of course, I had to go ahead and do a little something for the marathon for it, because as we all know, trans rights are human lives. Trans rights are human rights. I am. Oh God, it's 3 a.m. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, no worries. We're at the point where some of us have been up for like too long. So, but yeah, trans rights are human rights. Hell yeah, brother.
Warms my heart. It warms my heart to see us still going at how many people are still watching? Like,
yeah, plenty. Way
I don't
more
think
than
we've
normal.
dropped under 600 the entire 14 hours we've been live now.
More or less, yeah, since like 7 a.m. my time. So like pushing that 18-hour mark. Yeah.
I just remembered waking up, making the bit.ly link, and like, I'm like, I can get another 45 minutes of sleep. Woke up, and we're already over 15K. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean we're already over 15K?
Yeah, like we set up the first segment, the worm stuff, and then I was like, all right, great. I'll be in the other room. If you need me, just send me a DM. It'll make my watch buzz. I'll get it. And my ass was not lying down for 13 minutes before I was like, hey, we need a longer bar, dog. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I got you. Oh God, the palette swap. As somebody who played a lot of randomizer and saw these colors shuffled around, oh, abysmal. I love it. Worthless assailant. Wow, a lot of value judgment coming from Mario over here.
Oh, he's a drug addict.
He's a drug addict who doesn't think very highly of his opponents in one-on-one combat.
He views everything in life depending on how fast they can get him drugs.
A man with a mission.
I am a fan of this blue Bowser here, let me tell you.
And thank you, Anonymous, for the $50 donation. Thank you so much.
Mario, you eyes, they're all glossy. Hey buddy, I can explain. She was beating up my Goombas. And of course, we gotta start by trying to beat up Bowser first.
Yeah, you gotta. It's important. Yoyora, thank you for the 25. Trans rights are human rights. Less than 3. I've heard they're also human lives, but that's another story for another day.
Hit the chain, stupid. What the hell?
Stupid.
All right, we're gonna use the special ability that Mario's known for. Crush dreams.
Sure.
Dude, not cool. That was a present. King DDD gave me that. It's gonna break. Why would you do that, Mario? You're a jerk. I love the continue fuck up of you.
Yeah, every time. You're a jerk, you piece of shit.
Yeah, we need to have a talk, dude. As soon as I saw Crush Dreams, I was fucking dying on this couch.
Yeah, it's a good, a lot of people just call it jump, but it can be so much more than that if you really mean it.
Time to clean up your act. Up a hope, down with dope. You have a drug problem!
Up a hope, down with dope is... Hell yeah.
Oh, Mario. You have to get help. Let's get you into rehab. Yeah, I'm about to say the and then Mario is a drug addict.
This is what I've been waiting for, is this title screen drop. I was like, they did this, right? They did it where it's going to have the star come down and be like, or the sword come down and be like, Mario is a drug addict. It's simply factual. Welcome to the tautological reality of the universe you've embroiled yourself in. In this world, the land is blue, and Mario does drugs.
And of course, his house is a crack house.
Great, great. And he loves anarchy or arson, one of the two. It's unclear.
I think it's actually Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse.
Oh. No thanks, I'm full.
We call that a callback.
I'm all full of Persona.
Hey, Mario, I'm high on some killer shroom, bro. Quit hanging around. Let's smoke a joint. I need to mellow out, you know. I'll get it fired up. Oh, little side thing here. The mushroom lamp is crying.
So that's like default for some reason. I don't know why they look like that, but that is just how they look.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's just regular drugs in Mushroom Kingdom. You gotta calm her down. Your girlfriend keeps beating the shit out of everyone. You need to do something about it, bro.
Okay, so let's go see what our good friend Smithy has to say in this one. Mario, your drug use has led to the creation of the Drug Lord. Your desire shall now manifest and destroy the world. You just couldn't put down the pipe. Now everyone will die. We will soon smoke all you humans, just like you smoked us drugs.
Okay, I think that's a really good line to end on.
I think so too.
Yeah, perfect ending. That's right. You weren't expecting it. It's a revenge plot. Revenge for who? The people that the drug user has wronged? No, the drugs.
The drugs.
That's right.
All right. Well, before we pop it out, I want to say thank you so much for letting me have this time. It was an absolute blast. I have not seen a single unkind word from chat this entire fucking 15-hour experience.
It's been cool. Yeah, it's been nice. I was really worried we were gonna have to deal with more shitheads, and we just truly have not.
Y'all are just everyone's community, and that's Ty, Auth, Sky, Tina, Red. Which, by the way, fuck, that Neopets was so goddamn good. Like, y'all are wonderful people, have wonderful communities. And the money is secondary. The bringing everyone together, having a good time, and raising awareness and doing all that good shit, that's what this is all about. And I'm real happy to have been a part of it. So thank you all so much.
Hell yeah, and thank you for joining us. And yeah, go ahead and cut stream. And if you want to say something in the middle of while you're pressing the button so that you get comedically interrupted by Wobbly's cool ass car image, go ahead. It seems to be the new jam.
Well, let me tell you what I have to say about this current administration. I think it can